I always forget how to do this or how I did it the time before. There's one watching. That must be me. No, it's each one for 'em. Oh, poop. Damn it, Dan. Oh, God. Well, that was quick. There must not be anything going on if it happened that quick. And that's all I got to say. I just had a wild hair. That's usually what works, what happens with me anyway. I'm still getting things worked out here. You are actually pooping? Well, you carry your phone in when you poop, I guess. Well, each one, one needs to be, what's the word, always ready, you know, in case you need to bug out even while you're pooping. Just don't forget to wipe first. Wait, and what? Keurig? I thought Keurig was a coffee maker. I don't know what I'm doing. I just said prompted me to show it. Now I don't know how to get it the hell off. Oh, hi. I wonder why I did that. I don't know what I'm doing. How are y'all doing tonight? Um, iPhone, gun, and toilet paper. There you go, brother. I hear you, man. Gotta keep them all close by. I got one tucked in my chair right here next to me. And I got my toilet paper too. I use it for blowing my nose. It's not like I crap in my chair. Not like that. I might be getting old enough for that to start to happen here soon, but that's when I'll get some Depends. That was pretty cool little life you had going on, Dan. I enjoyed being there. And then y'all had to you changed. You didn't come back or else I got sidetracked. I'm still trying to figure out what to do the way I like to run this. Because I like to have the chat. I don't like the chat that's on StreamYard. I like to cover it up with the pop out chat from YouTube. This seems to work better that way for me. That's what I had to do. Keep forgetting that. I don't get notifications on my own stuff. Isn't that weird? I'm still not. Oh, there and now I'm showing as live if I go there. Okay, so now there'll probably be a little
Isn't
echo.
that weird?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there and now I'm showing as live.
There, got that taken care of. I knew that was going to happen. A little bit of echo crap until I got things worked out. Let's see, so then I pop out the chat and then minimize it. I'm going to come back to this window. Here we no, wrong one. This one. The StreamYard one. And then I can pull this one up, drag him over here, and now I got a full chat. So if I need on the same screen, the only thing I'm hiding is the comment thing over there anyway, and now I can wrench people up and all that good stuff. Mike, how you doing? Great to see you, brother. Well, I had a little bad news. I got a new frame for my Mad Dog One here. I've started the disassembly process. You can see I have some parts hanging there. I got tired of fooling with it because in the process of fooling with it, I cut some zip ties and took out some bolts. This came away with it. The little tailpiece off the back of the frame was snapped off completely. The only thing holding it on the bird was a few zip ties and wire connections. But as you can see, those are the two pads from the escape. So I have a new Mamba stack on the way as of tonight. You know, I got a new frame. It's here somewhere. The testing its durability. Got a new frame, Source One frame. I started putting it together, and but now I need a stack. Yeah, right. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, it could have been ugly. Well, I wasn't planning on sticking the battery to it. I was going to just plug it in the USB, but it's still probably a good thing I didn't do that. Hey, Ryan, man, great video, awesome fly in the parking garage, man. That was badass, kick-ass shit. Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? Great to see you. So awesome to see you here. Um, yeah, pull the pads right off of it, man. Uh, so you know, and I talked to Baduga. Baduga heard my plight and goes, "Oh man, just do this." And I think you can buy just the escape by itself, but yeah, those pads are history, Michael. Look, man, hey Michael, I'm saying this is just me. I'm just saying it's not my fault. That's all I gotta say. And that is, okay, yes, I did clip a tree. But I mean just a little bit. I just barely clipped the tree. Branch, I should say. Hey Carlos, how you doing, brother? And but when I clipped it, because battery leads used to come off the left hand side like that. Everything's backwards. It's weird. And that's where I caught the tree. I brushed by the branch like this, and I guess it pulled on the battery connector, but it didn't go dead right away, instantly, because when I clipped it, it rolled me, or y'all, it spun me like 30 degrees, about like this. And I was able to straighten it back up, and then all of a sudden I lost video. And that's when the battery connector came out the rest of the way, I suppose, because I was on the other side. Any of y'all that seen, most of y'all have seen where I fly in the backyard. There's a group of trees in the middle, and there's a track around the outside where there's kind of empty areas, you know, to fly. Small, but where you can fly. And if you go up, you know, 75 feet, you're pretty clear of the whole property. But where it was, I could not have seen it line of sight for the trees. But it wouldn't have mattered. I couldn't have done a damn thing. When you have no power, it's funny because as soon as I lost video, first thing I did was because I knew there's no way I could see it line of sight. First thing I did was hit the disarm. Not that that mattered because the battery was unplugged. More bat props. Yeah. Oh, I got it today. I got it today, Carlos. I got my drone TV shirt today. I got the new frame for Mad Dog One, but I have a new stack on the way for it too. So there you go. Hey Rat, how you doing, brother? Great to see you. Let's smurf you up there. For anybody that wants to, let's see. We can do this. This is really a very impromptu thing, but I don't plan to be here long. But I appreciate those that have come by doing so. And if you'd like to pop in for a minute, there's a link for you. And the other thing I got going on, I need to see what's up with the Mobula. Not that it's a substitute. Bazooka and I were talking about that earlier. He goes, man, I know you like your Mobula, but it's not the same. And I'm like, Lewis or Luis, I understand completely because you're right. The 5 inch, and I need to get my. I told who was it? I said I should have just ordered two Mamba stacks and put one in the Batman too, because I haven't disassembled the Batman yet. But I know if the escape is gone because I could smell it. And when there's the smell of burning electronics is rather unmistakable. And what it is, I thought it was a bad motor. What size props were you using on it before, Mike? Yeah, magic smoke. It was a magic smell. It was a bad smell, Carlos. I thought the motor was bad. The stupid me is just got. Oh, the bi-blades. Okay. What about try? So you don't like? I mean, look, man. Whatever works. Whatever. I would think a bi-blade would be more sensitive to being out of balance. But if you get the props and they're well balanced to begin with, who cares? 2.5 inch. I don't know, man. Just something about four blades. That's a lot of drag. Of course, you can change all that with pitch. More blades, less pitch, I suppose. But oh, I got you. And it's weird, Mike, when you say that because, well, it's not weird, but I mean, I get it. Because all before I got a race drone or a true race drone, every bird I had was biprop, and the Bug 6 biprop, and I know the F-100 Ghost, technically not an FPV bird, but I made it one. Biprop. And I knew people that tried tries on them, and they said the same thing that they were what's the word you use? Slow and washy. Yeah, slow and washy. It just slowed them down. And but I've changed the bi blades and just changed the pitch and for a different style, and they're awesome. So you're using bi blades on the 6-inch too, huh, Mike? Anyways, I was just a little update. I just got a while here. Come in and they were going through like the Moby. Went to fly her so I could make it 6 days in a row that I flew. Went to fly it, lifted off, and then the screen went black. Hey, Bill, how you doing, brother? Great to see you. Hope all is well. Hey, Carlos, This is one thing I meant to put in the title too. I like the drone TV shirt. Nice shirt. I think Rula needs to add to the design because I don't think what he has on here is searchable on YouTube. He needs to have the YouTube address maybe on the back of the shirt. Show the back of the shirt if I can. Hey, Mars, how you doing, mate? Good day, mate. I was just doing an update on what the state of my mind is, the state of my birds. Oh, there's Mr. Mike.
What's going on, buddy? What do you think of that? Huh? Woo!
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
That's their logo this month for the quad box.
That's pretty cool.
Rhino's already put his video out, so I don't mind. I already got yelled at once by somebody. They're like, "Man, you might want to watch putting out them spoilers." I'm like, "I don't give a shit, dude. You take my subscription away? Hell no." But yeah, hey, you ready for the big one though? Oh man.
Yeah, let's see the big
I have
reveal here, brother.
I've been wanting one of these for a while, and Adam's like really mad because he like canceled his subscription to Quad Box, but this was the big item for the Quad Box.
Oh, like a little boss cam thing.
That is the Boss Cam watch,
Cool.
and it works.
Oh man. So how long ago did Adam cancel?
So it's set up, good to go. It's got auto scan, so you can hold the button down. It'll scan the frequencies and everything else.
That's cool.
Color video. Here, let me pull up the battery real quick. Too thick. Come on, where's the too
Hey,
thick?
does it have a audio? I mean, does it have a video out on it?
No. It's just got your USB port on one side for charging and the
Okay.
antenna that tucks in. And then the other side's got one button for power and one button for your changing of channels.
Oh, I
You
got
can
you.
change each channel individually, or you can do a scan. Let me plug in this battery real quick, and we'll show you what the toothpick's saying.
Oh, well, there you go. That's
So,
pretty cool.
pretty good color video and everything else on it, you know.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Tells you all kinds of shit at the top.
Yeah, it's got your basic OSD just like your regular OSD.
Oh, I
It's
see.
got all
Okay.
the stuff across there for your, yeah. So it works good, man. These are like 40, 50 bucks or something like that. So it wasn't a bad little ad. I've been thinking about getting one myself, and I just hadn't broke down and got it. So now they got the quad box subscription. I'll be hanging out waiting on some of those little toys and stuff like that, like tools or different stuff. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. The stickers are pretty cool.
That's the update, Crystal.
Yeah, I was hearing, man. It's a
Look
good
at
thing.
that
You
one.
were talking about it the other night when you subbed in. Somebody was saying, "Hey, man, fire that thing up, send it." And you were like, "No, I don't know. I don't think I trust the wire." It's a good thing you didn't. You might have fried some battery or something, dude.
Yeah, that's the pads off the escape, Crystal. Yeah, that's the state of my bird right now. I have a new I have a new stack on the way, though. So, Mad Dog 1 will be flying again soon with a different skeleton. So what I'm going to do is take the arms from the old one and just hang it on the wall because it has Chris's autograph on it. So
Yeah, put that away. Hang on to that.
exactly, that's
Whether
my
it's the whole frame, I would actually keep all the parts for that frame and hang the whole thing broken, just like it. Put the top plate back on it like it was assembled without all the electronics on it. Hang it on the wall broken, just like it is, with Chris's initials, a name onto it. Man, that's like I did it for you, Chris. I sent it all the way, brother. That's what you wanted. I did it for you, brother.
I was having a good time too, man, when it happened. That's only about a minute 45 seconds into the flight when I pulled that battery lead loose. And the it's funny because I clipped the tree and it spun me about 30 degrees.
So
And I had just enough time to straighten it back out when I lost BTX.
there's your difference in prop sizes.
Wow.
Okay,
That's
so it was
huge.
like a very, very little prop size change, man, from the four blade to the two. It is quite a bit though when you start thinking about micro.
No, when you hold them up next to each other,
I
that's a
mean,
lot more.
that's center to center, so it's like a quarter inch off each side. So it's probably like a 2 inch to a 2.5 inch is what normally runs. But with the bi-blade, I thought, all right, going down to 2 inch and four blade, it'd probably be pretty close or whatever. Might smooth it off and make it flat. Dude, it was so washy and yeah, every little drift of air underneath that airfoil, it was catching and flipping funny. And you'll see some video. It's coming out. I don't know what I'm going to use those two. I got 4 sets of those for free. These props. They're Cyclone props. And I got them free off some giveaway on Facebook or whatever. They're 2 inch. So I was like, well, I don't even know if I got anything that'll work for them right now. So I tried them on the toothpick and I didn't like them. So I guess either we're going to have to buy some more drones or build some more drones or give some props away or something. But I got 4 sets of those for free. So I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell.
Well, I mean, so you've never flown tries on it.
Not on the toothpick. No, the toothpick was the build that I did was pretty much like the recommended build, all the way from like the kebab build off of RDQ or Get FPV or
Gotcha.
wherever. So I went with everything. The props actually were props that Jeffrey's FPV. He had the canopy, the frame, the props, the VTX, the camera, And then he's like, I don't like the kebab frame, so he was going to build something different, and none of the stuff would really work. So he sent me like, I don't know, 4 or 5 sets of props and all that stuff. So I've been running the props that he sent me with it. And I got those other props on the giveaway. I was like, well, we'll try them out, you know. I thought they were close enough, but man, when you're talking micros, it's so minute. Every little bit it seems to make difference. I have the 10,000 kV motors on this, so they're a little bit more. The basic toothpick, I think they're running like 8,500 kV, and these are 10,000 kV. So I figured they might do pretty good with the 2-inch. You know, it's the higher the kV, the smaller the prop. So I thought maybe it might make the difference, but yeah, it wasn't enough of a difference to enjoy it. It made the flight time and experience crappy because I was going to pick it up in the deep grass or this or that all the time because it kept catching prop wash and roll it out and that kind of thing. So I still got to pull up the DVR for it, but I should have all the DVR for that. I put like 3 batteries through it. I put 1 battery through with those other props, and then I put a battery or 2 through with these props, and I did like a couple batteries on the 6-inch and this and that. The 6-inch was pretty cool. I took the 6-inch out. Now it's got all that TPU mounting and everything else. I took it out, new motors, new flight controller, new ESCs, all that TPU, and put it up in the air and tried it out for the first time with Maiden. Motors were cool and everything was good. So I sent it back up. I didn't have my OSD set up right though, and I didn't have the battery voltage showing, and there's no buzzer on it. So I kind of played around a little bit and brought it back down, and then Howie showed up, my buddy. I was like, oh man, you got to hear this. So I sent up another pack, and he was talking about the R9. He's like, man, he says, I don't even trust my R9 yet. I haven't really tested range. I'm like, here you go, dude. He said, I haven't played with this thing much at all. The 6-inch was running like crap. I said, it's running pretty smooth. Let me see what the range is like right now. I've got good video for what I've played with. So let me see what I can do. And I took it a little bit of a range test. The park that I was at, it was probably about the same range test I did with the Alien when I dove that water tower and flew around all that building out there in that big open park area or whatever. But it wasn't a bad range. It was probably like, I don't know, maybe a half mile or something like that. But crystal clear video the whole way and dove the water tower and come back. And so, yeah, the 6-inch is ready to roll. Come home, fix the OSD, so now I got my battery voltage, so I don't have to worry about it. I can send it now.
Well, there you go. That's awesome.
That's the only reason I didn't do more flight with it then is because I was like, I don't know where my battery voltage is, man. I could go by flight time, but with bi-blade props and new motors, 1800 kV and this and that, I'm like, I have no idea what kind of battery time I got on this, so I better not push it too much. But I did play quite a bit and freestyle it quite a bit, and it's probably the 6-inch 2-packs were probably my best 2-packs of the day. The toothpick, I did have a good pack though. When I switched the props back and I burnt like 2 packs, I burnt one afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, these props have got to stay. And then I burnt another one because there was people watching and whatnot, and they were like mentally retarded or whatever. They were older, but they were hanging out by one of the pavilions and whatnot, and they were really watching. I was afraid they were going to get too interested or whatever, you know. So I kind of played around with the little ones and whatnot, and then after I did the toothpick a couple rounds, they took off, so it wasn't no biggie. But I played with the toothpick a couple rounds, and there was one video. Like I said, I haven't pulled up DVR, but man, if it's the DVR is all there for it, there's some epic, like, you know, those shots that I like to do. Like, I couldn't do that again if I tried. Yeah. There's a couple of those there, buddy. There's a couple of those.
How did I pull that off?
Right, though. It was fun. Enough to get the adrenaline. These are so easy, though, man. You could smash things and you don't even care. You know what I mean? If it hits something, I haven't even changed the props out on this. As far as the props that were on the toothpick, I never changed the props. A couple of them got bent a little bit. I bent them up a little bit with the flex and kept sending it. So I haven't even lost a set of props for my toothpick yet. And I sent like 15, 20 packs through it, dude.
Knock on wood.
Dude, I smashed it into all kinds of stuff, trees and cables, and yeah, these things are a blast, dude. They're so lightweight. Even with the battery, it's 76 grams all up weight.
So
76
what,
grams. That's like a roof.
what kind of battery are you flying on that?
I'm running these right here.
3S?
It's a 2S,
Oh, 2S.
2S 450s,
Okay.
the GMBs. That's what I'm running with the X230s on it. Dude, it handles it good. The flight controller is only a crazy BF4. I don't think it'll even do a 3S. I'm not sure. If it will, then I might even pump it up more. I don't know. Why not? I'm getting ready to try 6S, I think, pretty soon here. I got that diatone set up for 6S, and now the 6-inch is set up for 6S. Uh-oh. We're talking.
Yeah, Indigo Rhino is all about his success.
Everybody says 6S is where it's at because you don't have all that sag. You get that full run time, and you ain't got to drop down and wait for your battery to recover and stuff in between and whatnot. You can just stay on it all the time, all the way through the pack.
Now, granted, I don't fly the way y'all do, but I will have to say the China Hobby Line battery I got, it's 4S and 120C,
Yeah.
and I never noticed it bogging out.
100C and 120C China Hobby Lines are pretty good. Don't go with the 75C. They seem to puff real easy.
But I mean, I was like 6 minutes into a flight, and I'm like, is this thing ever going to run down? And I finally managed to get a low battery warning after I did a flip and roll or two, you know.
How
And but when it went to drop, it dropped quick.
How's Indigo leaving that stuff in the private chat and he's not visiting us, Ed? What's up with that?
Oh, I didn't notice he was in the
I don't
screen.
see him down there. Is he down there?
No, he was down there.
I seen a comment from him over there. I was like, because I just pushed it over there this time. So
oh, look, he got the same shirt on.
Dude, I'm loving the toothpick, Mars. I love it, dude. Even on 2S, it's just wicked fast, and there's all kinds of camera angle. I think I only got like half the camera angle I can do on this one, and that thing's wicked fast and fun, dude. It handles everything pretty much. There's a couple washouts where you take some tight dives or something, but yeah, it's like flying a 5-inch smooth. Not quite as punchy.
Say something in chat if you can, Ryan, because everybody needs to go to Ryan's channel and look at his latest video. It's pretty badass at the car parking garage.
Thanks, man.
The latest video was actually the quad box. But next to the last video was the parking garage. That was a fun time there.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I haven't tried that yet, but that low ceiling, man. And you did well at first, and then I saw that one where you kind of, I was waiting for that.
Dude, it was certain death for sure.
It's all concrete. If it ain't concrete, it's steel.
Yep.
Like, posts and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I kind of determined that I'm not even gonna fix my stuff, dude. I'm just gonna rebuild it. I'm just gonna get a couple chameleons and rebuild it on some high-end frames.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm toying with the idea of making both of my Quad 6S builds, but I have like a whole bunch of 4S batteries, and they actually do make like really good warm-ups. So
I'm picking and choosing on the quads right now. I know my Ghost, the main one that I fly most of the time, not the racer canopy. It's got bot grinders on it that I've been flying for like a year and a half, and a couple of them are pretty worn out, and they're hard to get a hold of. Although the umagod.com, I went over there today to check on that coupon, And lo and behold, they've got grinders over there, dude.
Nice.
I might have to go pick up a couple grinders from there anyway.
That's
But
pretty
I was
funny.
thinking about switching up motor size to start getting ready to upgrade to 6S for my racer. I've got the diatone, but I don't want to beat JC up, man. That's such a pretty frame.
A lot softer
Well,
than pavement.
mounted already.
It looks good, don't it?
Yeah, yeah. I thought about mounting mine on my monitor or my radio.
Yep, I dig it. I really wanted one of these,
Did you
so
put it on there with some of that Uma grip?
no, it's just Velcro.
Velcro.
Yeah.
I thought about using Uma grip. Like it'll hold the battery. How long am I going to hold it on there? You know, Uma grip would probably work pretty good. Yeah, I haven't done it though. But,
Yeah, like with that Falco X, everything's through the OSD.
mm-hmm.
So that is like the primary reason I wanted to get one of these little monitors for my radio.
I see so many people do live streams where they've got them in like a little box, or this or that, and they put their regular video camera or their phone right onto it, and it's such good video and whatnot. And I haven't even pulled the plastic safety cover off the front yet. I don't want to scratch it up yet.
No, I'm not gonna do
I'm
it.
leaving it on there as long as I can. I think the video.
Same. I do that with everything.
It was. I couldn't
So
believe
has anybody tried the emu?
No, not yet. Baduga likes it.
Baduga's loving emu flight.
Yeah.
And I know that Chris Sullivan, 5 freaking onion rings, is loving emu flight right now.
Fried freaking onion rings? Is
That's
that
what he used to call himself, is 5 freaking onion rings. It's Chris Sullivan's his YouTube channel now. But yeah, 5 freaking onion rings. FFOR.
Did you do anything with this board yet?
That is actually in my my 6-inch with the Dyno 40 amp.
What do you think of it?
Before.
Yeah.
I like it. Very easy connection. I like that pigtail that comes with it. Real easy to hook to an ESC. Just plug in. I actually didn't do it quite right. I got the motors in the wrong order. I probably reversed it and flipped it upside down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But anyway, I just went in and resourced the motors over real quick and called it good. Did the easy way.
Right.
I wasn't taking the cover back off again. I was like, damn it.
Right.
But yeah, I like the board, man. Real easy connections. Yeah. I haven't had any issues. The OSD seems to be great through it and everything else. So I've got 2 batteries on it, 3 batteries on it so far. So we'll see how she goes. Like I said, I hooked it up with that Dyno ESC that we got, the 40 amp before.
Mm-hmm.
HDLRC Dyno.
That's what I put the Revolt with.
Yeah.
I use that for the Revolt, and that's what's 6S right now. So my 4S build is at Mamba F7 stack.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about making that a 6S and then using this and make this the 4S just so I could burn up 4S batteries when I want to.
Might as well use them.
And then I'll have 2 6S builds. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with that Chameleon TI frame. I want to order 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I built a Chameleon for someone, but I haven't owned one myself. But I loved how the Chameleon flew with the Brain FPV and the, what did we put on that for the ESC? I think we put like a SpeedX ESC on there. But
I just wanted to point out that Mars tried to fight emus, and I was going to tell him that you're not supposed to fight them. You're supposed to shoot them and then eat them, because their meat is supposed to be very tasty. It's one of the few birds that actually has red meat. So you can have an emu steak.
Interesting.
It better be a big emu because I like a big steak.
Well, emus are
I'm not
freaking
into this
huge. They make
breakfast steak thing.
ostrich look small. Emu, like Mark said, emus are a bloody big bird. They're taller than you, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I like a big steak, dude. 20-ounce porterhouse. It better be big, dude. I mean, a turkey's a good
Really?
size bird too, but it ain't enough for a steak like that.
No, I never had emu steak. I just hear it's good.
I need to take me a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
And the dog is having a sweet break.
He just helps me out for a minute.
Ah, okay. Exhale there. And the guy. Good retention. I didn't see anything come out.
So yeah, Quad Box was a really good one today. I think
Keith, how are you? From the UK, Mr. 3D Printing RC with heat.
dude, you
Tony
guys need
Paul
to
was
go.
around earlier, but he probably
You should
nodded
check out
out.
Heath's channel, man. That dude's doing some really cool stuff.
Who?
Heath is printing up remote
Oh,
control
yeah.
cars.
He's got all into the printing gig.
Yeah, he's making his own RC cars, dude. It's pretty cool. He was showing them to us the other night. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, he might make pornographic figurines too.
That is correct. That is actually the secret to his success.
No, I like the Princess Leia one, all decked out, if you will,
Right?
or undecked, I should say.
I need to work on my printer. It's not working. I need to fix it. I've just been procrastinating.
See, and here's the deal with the 3D printing. I mean, I guess because I remember when Heath was putting his together, and I'm pretty sure there were a couple times he felt like throwing it out the bloody window. And hey, Sean, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
What's up,
Hey,
Sean?
Sean, just want to show you.
I know.
Hey, Sean, here's Mad Dog 1. Look leftover.
There's a lot left.
Oh, there's a lot left. Yeah, I haven't tested other things out. I know the escape is gone.
That would be like getting a rotisserie chicken at the store, taking a bite out of it, and putting it in the fridge. That's almost a whole bird.
You're right about that. There's lots of bird left in that.
Right?
Oh, no, there's lots of bird left, no doubt.
How many times did I rebuild my Martian 220 frame when I built it the first time? Let's see, it's got 4mm arms instead of 3mm arms on it. It's got the expanded top plate, the expanded bottom plate. I mean, I've replaced the frame probably 2-3 times over. That ain't nothing. You just buy some arms and a bottom plate and you keep on moving on, man.
Oh, yeah. I know.
That's what I should do.
The disappointment about the ESC is the ESC individually is going to cost you about $30. The flight controller stack is going to cost you $44.
Right.
That's
a no-brainer
with that stack. The ESC individually costs you an arm and a leg compared to the entire stack.
Yep.
It's not like it's half the price or anything like that.
No. That's what Paducah told me. He goes, just buy a whole new stack, man.
Yeah. $43 for the whole new stack versus $30-some for the ESC.
So you know what I did, Mike?
Controller around anyway.
So you know what I did, Mike, was I ordered a couple extra sets of props to make
There you
my
go.
order over 50
Throw it
bucks.
on, make sure that order's up to $50 so you get the free ship.
Exactly.
Yeah, buddy. I do that
Because,
stuff
I
all
mean,
the
you
time.
can always use more
It's
props.
easy to throw on a $15 antenna to get that price up.
Look, Carlos, I plead innocent. I did not kill that bird. I can't help it if
The
it's
bird's
bad.
not dead, man. Just the MSC's dead.
It committed
It's
suicide.
a little deformed. Needs a little cast on it, a little bondage.
That's it.
Fix
Yep.
it right up. A little rehabilitation, physical therapy.
Physical.
We'll get it back into work therapy and we'll have it back up in no time, man.
Yep. Knock the bugs out of it.
Yeah. Stick it on a treadmill a couple laps.
It'll bump out. Yeah, right.
There you go, Baduga. It'll bump out. That's totally a Baduga thing right there.
Hey, worst case scenario, you could turn it into a ceiling fan.
Hey, the motor's still thin. You can make a hell of a tattoo gun with it.
Hey,
There you
Eric.
When I was getting my radio installed in my car, there was a guy there, and he had like the Toyota version of the Rover, the Land Rover, you know. Anyway, he's all like getting some in stereo installed and all kinds of stuff. And he's talking about this tattoo gun that he was building, and he was looking at the darn tiny boot motors, the brushless tiny boot motors, like, you know, the HDs and all that stuff. It's like, oh, those would spin pretty good. Thinking about putting them in a tattoo motor. Like, you're gonna get up with them fuckers, dude.
I think I should make a mobile that like slowly rotates around with all my busted up birds on it. And just have it rotating around. I could even tie them to the arms of the ceiling fan and just have them going around like that.
Just got to make sure it's balanced pretty good. Even a low spin, I think it'd probably throw it out of whack pretty good.
Oh, Eric's still awake,
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised.
right?
Well, this football game's going nowhere. It's the Jets versus Seattle. Jets are 1-4. Seattle is 6-0. Not Seattle, but New England. It's 26-0 with 13 left in the fourth.
I'm sure Mike has no video because he have no video.
I'm medicating.
Yes, exactly. I was getting ready to medicate myself, actually.
Well, I jumped onto somebody else's stream and I was like, oh, I wasn't thinking.
Actually, Eric got a little taste of some 2S action this weekend with the bird that MD95 PSI sent him. Because he's basically only flown 2 kinds of acro birds, and that's the UR65 and the Turd 99. Well, he got 2S whoop Mad Dog sent him. And, so he was loving it until he broke it.
Yeah, them whoops, man. Them frames don't really hold up. Especially if they're like the V1 type frame on the Mobula and this and that. Ooh. I thought the V1 was probably better than the V2, but the V3. Oh, get the V3 frame.
The V3 is badass. I have yet to break this bastard.
Less prop wash with the V3, I've noticed too. It's more stiff. It doesn't get any of that flex and shake in it.
How does it do inside, though? Do you ever fly it in the house?
Oh, I fly it all the time.
On
Yeah,
2S or 1S?
I only fly 1S in the house.
Okay, how does it handle with 1S?
You'll get washy because of the 1S. It doesn't quite have the prop power. But for the most part, it flies smooth. Dude, Adam brought his over when he first got it. Man, we were flying around 1S in here. I was the first one to knock a prop off this darn thing because I was flying and ripping around in my house. I was used to the house. He's like, man, I haven't even flown it in the house yet. I'm like, let's go.
Right.
Well, I will say this. I mean, I tried flying the mobile in the house and I had no success. However, I I had it on 2S. I've never
Fly this
flown the
one out.
mobile on 1S.
I'm gonna have to wait till the wife's gone though.
Right.
She won't let me fly anything other than a whoop in the house.
I think I might. I don't know. I'm kind of digging that the Tiny Hawk S.
Mm-hmm.
I just want something. It doesn't have to be
Tiny Hawk
fast.
Racer's supposed to be pretty nice without the whoops on it too. That's supposed to be one of the better ones, but
Yeah, but I got dogs in here. I need something small that's ducted that I could fly 1S. So that I think that's the little black Tiny Hawk, the Tiny Hawk S. That thing looks kind of cool. And then it gives you the option to fly 2S.
Yeah, Tiny Hawk was a good little quad.
Because it's cheap, dude. It's $100. Those betas are expensive.
Yeah, the Mobula HD or the Mobula 7 was $108 with everything. That's with like 4 batteries, I think it was, and the
The
controller.
mob's a good deal too.
And it only took me 90 days to get it, Mike.
Yeah, well, that depends on where you order it from, man.
Well, it was paying you good.
Yeah.
Ugh,
You know,
bad
I was
move.
watching the Joshua Bardwell stream tonight. Do you know there's a frame out? It's called the Bang God. It's a 3-inch frame. It's called the Bang God. It's by Catalyst Machine Works. He said they put it out there. They figured Banggood clones everything, so he figured they'd give it the name Bang God, so that they didn't have to fight for a name.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But it's like a 3-inch Acrobrat type thing. Looked pretty sweet. I was thinking about buying it. It's like $40 or something like that. That's all I need to do is build another 3-inch, right? I've already
Well,
busted 2 arms on my Alien 3-inch. Broke them right at the end.
everybody can always use another bird. You know, when you think about it, you break them. It's nice to just go out and, worry about fixing it later and pick up another bird.
Where's it at? It's one of these two. There it is.
Why are you bending that arm like that?
Because it's broken already.
Oh, okay. What's
See the
holding
carbon
it
fiber
together?
cracks right there? That's the second one already on the 3-inch.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm having a blast with her though. We need some thicker carbon plates for the 3-inch arms, please. Give me
Man,
9mm, I might be all right.
Beta testing for what, Mars? What are you talking about? Speak up, mate.
Heath, man, do you have Creality 3D on your Facebook, dude? Some dude printed up a face mask for Halloween, and he put it on one of the Creality sites on Facebook. He said it took him like 3.5 days to print, dude, but that shit looked wicked, man.
3.5
The
days.
full mask that'll go on. He custom designed it and printed it, but like 3.5 day print. Ender 3 Pro or Ender 3 stock. And man, it's badass, dude.
The Ender 3 is really nice when it's working.
Yeah.
So
Well, all tuners are nice when they're working, man. I had that Tronxy YX2 that I had, and I ran it for like 6 months, man. I had that baby tweaked in, tuned in. I could run ABS, PLA, TPU, whatever I wanted through it, pretty much. And then the motherboard took a shit. And I've been fighting with them ever since for trying to get it fixed and whatnot, because it was like a review type item. So I've been playing with their customer support trying to work it. And I don't see any motherboard, so I may have to hit them up and say, hey, man, I'm just tired of fighting with this shit. You want to send me a new motherboard so I can fix this damn thing and get it working and give you a better review or what?
Right.
I could give you a review of how I really think about your shit. It only worked for less than a year, and I've been fighting it the whole time. So, I mean, if you want me to give a review, I could.
Right. How about it?
Yeah. What you got?
I just had to I got sent something and it didn't work. So I had to return it and get another one. It didn't work either. So I contacted the vendor and I'm like, look, man, it's 2 in a row that are bad. And I'm not going to lie and say that this thing's awesome. So I'm returning these. And that was that.
You're probably keeping up with it. The final outcome on my Ender 3, they sent me $30 to replace the bump stop motor. It cost
Wow.
me $16 to replace it. I guess that worked out pretty good then.
Yeah, that's not bad. I
That's
would
not
be happy with that outcome.
I was content. I was like, all
Right.
right. So I got looking at it. Well, I thought I ordered the Ender 3 Pro, but I've only got an Ender 3. I don't have the Pro. I know that because of the way the board mounts in the box and everything else.
Huh.
It's the USB and all that is to the lower right of the module box for the main board. On the Ender 3 Pro, it's up to the top left. It's mounted upside down on the Ender 3 Pro. You come in from the bottom for the main board instead of from the top for the main board on the Ender 3 Pro. I found that out and I'm like, wait a second. They really want a 5-star review, huh? They tried to pull some shit like, hey, man, you give me a 5-star review, I'll send that $30 right out. I'm like, you're asking me, you're bribing me to give you a 5-star review for a product I haven't even been able to test because it's been down for 2 weeks because it had a bad motor or some shit?
No way, really?
So they sent me the $30 right away. But I haven't given them a review yet, so we'll see. Because I found that out while dealing with all the situation and upgrading the board. But the silent board's in, the BL Touch is in now. I got the glass plate up there, so that's the next thing to work on, making sure that I can get lined up. I'm scared to break that glass damn plate though, bro.
Nah, don't be. No,
Like,
you won't. You
I
won't
know
break
I'm
it.
going to go over there to try to set it up and adjust it. And I'm going to set the board up and come down on that thing. I'm going to come down too far or some shit.
No, you can't.
I'm like,
You can't. So you gotta just raise your limit switch a little bit, dude. You'll
well,
be fine.
with the BL Touch, you go in and you do an auto home, and the BL Touch checks your home. So I
Oh, I forgot you had that. That's right.
So
right.
it comes down and it touches the pad, then comes up, then comes down, touches the pad, and then you go into your access and change the access. Normally, like your access is like 20 or something like that, 0.20 for the X access or Y access, whatever. You got to jump it to whatever you move it down to until it hits that paper point.
Hmm.
And then it sets that center, and then you're supposed to be able to just hit the auto and it does all the rest. But
Right.
you got to set it up for your main, where your auto home's going to end up at, so that it doesn't go down too far or this or that. And I can always put the bump stop on so that it's got like the shut off stop, so that if it hits that, it'll stop.
Right.
It's just going to ribbon the cable or the belt or whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Keep trying to go and not stop, and I'll have to shut it off real quick or whatever. But
Mike,
I don't know.
Mike,
Yeah.
Edge wants to know what printer you're using now.
Right
And
now, I have the Ender 3 with the BL Touch and the upgraded silent board on it.
now show him the faceplate you put on that drone that you printed, the green one.
Hold on. That's the printer in the background. Where I'll even kick on some lights.
Dude. So I just noticed I wasn't getting all of the chat.
You're in top chat, were you?
Well, no, I was looking at the chat. You can like StreamYards will bring in
Yeah,
the
StreamYard's got
YouTube.
its own live
Yeah,
chat.
I don't
The
even watch
YouTube chat.
StreamYard chat. I pop out the chat and
StreamYard's lags real bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I pop out the chat. I run two windows on my notebook, and I pop out the chat and have it in a different window. Show him the face of it. Is that face the baddest thing ever in? I think that's just cool as shit.
Yeah, that is
How's the
awesome,
bug
dude.
meter?
And it's your color, Mike. That's
Yeah.
what's even better.
And the GoPros, with that big bubble on the back of the GoPro mount, it seems to hold the battery pretty good pushed up against it. So it keeps some good tension on that GoPro and that mount too. As far as see how it's pushing that angle. So I don't have to even strap so far. It's been pretty snug in there. But
Hey, you bloody Yorker.
so from what I gathered so far, the Pro, the board is mounted different. Where your main board mounts into it, the USB on the Ender 3 is down to the bottom left with your SD card and your USB slot. On the Ender Pro, the Ender 3 Pro, it's to the top left so that you've got easier, reach and whatnot. And down below, it's real hard to get in there. It's like all the way down to your platform, and it's a pain in the butt. But the
Right.
3 Pro, they've moved it up. They flipped the board upside down inside the box so that it runs upside down so that you can get to it easier. Other than that, there isn't really a whole lot of difference between the Ender 3 and the Ender 3 Pro. When I put on the BL Touch system, which is the auto level system, it actually puts in the firmware through BL Touch for Ender 3 Pro. It doesn't put in the Ender 3. So when I fire up my printer right now, it says Ender 3 Pro on it. It comes up with the Creality first and then goes into Ender 3 Pro.
Interesting.
So you hacked your printer, did you?
Yeah, I
Right.
popped out a motherboard.
What do you think of that silent board? I was thinking about
Dude,
putting
that's
that in.
quiet, dude. Oh my
Really?
gosh. All I hear is the fans run. That's it. Just the fans.
Wow, that's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's
It
kind
was
of like
PLA and everything. All I heard was the fans running, dude.
so it goes from kind of like running one shot to D shot 1200 or something.
So this is what I took out of it, Ed. This is the whole main motherboard for the whole Ender 3. This runs everything that your printer does. All your monitors off of this, everything. Your SD card and your USB slot are right there. So you can connect it to your printer or just use an SD card and print off of that. But all these connections are, one's your access for your up and down, one's for left and right, your
Yeah.
extruder, all that. Everything's connected, and then your power connections for all your different heating elements and your main power supply. So I just swapped this out with a different board. It's the same board basically, but it's got like different resistors put into it here so that everything runs quieter. The motors run smoother and quieter and don't make as much noise. And yeah, it's just an upgraded board. It's like taking your computer and saying, oh man, this PC is like Windows 7 and I want to put Windows 10 in it. And this is all I need to do is swap this board out in order to make it Windows 10. So that's what I did. I put a different board in, and then put new firmware onto it, and upgraded it so that it runs the new board and the new firmware. just a smaller version of the PC upgrade.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So what do you know about Octoprint?
I haven't played with Octoprint.
Okay.
I haven't played with it at all. I've done like the basic Cura slicer, your Ender slicer. Tronxy had their own slicer, and they used repeater host, which repeater host actually runs multiple slicer. You know, you can choose like Marlin or this or that or whatever. So I was playing with the repeater host program. Other than that, I haven't run any of the other programs. Right now, I'm running the Creality one, something like this. I haven't even started running Cura. I tried running Cura, and Cura was like throwing my access and home points all off and whatnot. I'm like, there's something I haven't set up right. So we'll just go back to what's working right now and use the Creality.
Yeah, I haven't done any of that stuff, dude. Like, I see people talk about it, but I haven't tried any of it. I still use Cura 4.0. I think there's a new one out. I haven't tried it though.
It's like nothing else, anything else, man. They're always coming up with updates for crap.
Yep.
Because that's what keeps the programmers employed.
There's so many different types of printers out there right now. It's kind of like working on Windows, you know. There's so many different computers out there and software that can go into it, like your Logitech cam or this cam or that cam. There's so many different things out there. It's basically the same thing. It's like taking a main format that you're doing things in with your slicer and trying to make different formats, you know, firmwares for all these different printers or whatever that work off the same thing.
You're actually using fingers, Carlos. That's funny. That goes a first for you, isn't it?
Man, this is awesome.
So you're pinching, Carlos? Is that what you're saying?
This badass
Trying to
bitch.
become a pincher instead
Look
of
at
a
this
thumber?
thing. It's so awesome.
Right, Craig?
I'm all thumbs, baby. Woo, look at them headlights.
I converted. I'm pinching.
Are you pinching now? I
Yep.
haven't tried that yet. I crashed about the time I thought about trying it.
Adam does kind of like the hybrid Mr. Steel type thing. He's
Trying to
got a
think.
full pincher, but
Yeah, I don't. I tried that too, and I don't like it. You know what I did? It was when I discovered I took an old PlayStation 3 controller cord and hooked it up to the back of this thing and plugged it into my computer and started playing Liftoff. And I played for like 3 days straight, dude.
just straight pincher.
Yeah,
So
like when I started, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna give it a shot and see if I can get over
The
like the
funny thing is that
awkwardness of it. It's
I was
awesome.
watching,
It's way more accurate, dude.
who was it? Was a Vic's video earlier? Yeah, Vic's new video that he just put out where he starts off and he's doing some backwards flying through the tunnel or whatever. Some of that video, man, I always like that stick movement where it just seems like it's like you're paused, boom, pause, boom, pause, boom. You know what I mean? It just kind of gets that robotic type movement.
Yep, exactly.
I
Yep,
like that. And
I
the
do
only
too
way
a
I've
lot.
heard you can get that is pinching, dude, because you can't
Yeah,
get that control otherwise. So I was watching this video earlier and I was thinking, man, all this rain we've been getting through, I just need to go ahead and charge up a bunch of packs on my darn radio and go to SimTown.
right, dude.
Pinching all the time and get
Yep,
comfortable pinching here at home and
yep,
go play around. Now that it's winter, it's downtime, get a few packs here and there. Just start filming
yep.
and pinching and see what I can do.
That's exactly what I did, dude. So when I went out with Chuck it the other day, I've pinched the whole time. Like I'm usually a thumber, but I pinched the whole time, and
But
it was awesome.
see, I did you ever watch that Rotor Riot video? I want to say it was Tommy that was with it, and they were doing the pinch versus thumbs control, and Drew was one of the ones I know. And I think Drew was one of the main pilots trying to fly through all the obstacles. And he's normally like a pincher or something like that. And he was thumbing, or he's normally a thumber and he was pinching. But I think it might have been Vortex. It might have been Vortex, not Ladriv, actually. I want to say it was Vortex. But anyway, he's normally a thumber, not a pincher, I think it was. And he was trying to do gaps, and he just couldn't hit the gaps the same way as a pinching. Even though he doesn't fly pinching, he tried the same gaps pinching, and he was making them so much smoother. He's like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've
Yeah,
been really
dude.
seriously thinking about you think about it. The standard between thumbing and pinching is that this is two muscle memory controls. Okay. You got two muscles going, finger and thumb, versus one. What's going to be more control? Two
Dude,
muscles versus one. Your two
No,
muscles are always going to be more control and more precise.
no,
Even if it's more comfortable, what they're
someone
saying is push yourself to that limit. And even if you get that, like Mr. Steele does the thumb on top and does like a pinch kind of roll around it, kind of groove, like a hook claw, that hybrid type thing. Even if you do that, it's that added up muscle memory, and it's two versus one, and it's that much more control.
no, man. It's like,
I
okay,
can't do it, dude. I can't. I've
I,
tried it, Ed. I can't
I,
pinch.
yeah, you try it, you can't do it.
Carlos.
The only
I
thing I
want
can
I
think
want
is go take the risk, man. That's it.
not the Saturday I put the second pack up of Mad Dog One flying at the different spot where I
Mhm.
did the two pine trees and stuff.
Yeah, the park.
Yeah, at the park. And the first pack I never put out there. But I flew the Mobula first. I flew 5 packs with it. And then I flew the 4S, the 5-inch bird. And dude, by then the coffee was kicking in, the marijuana was
Yeah,
kicking
the
in.
adrenaline from that little micro.
Yeah, I was so twitchy, man. You can hear the motors going round, round, round. My thumbs
All over the control.
fingers on the stick, man. And I'm wondering if pitching would have helped me with that, because I'm used to flying with a few beers in me, kind of calm shit down. But when you go to the park, you can't do that.
Right.
Like, I would say it was probably about a year ago. Somebody tried to explain it to me like this. And I hated this explanation, but it always stuck with me. And they said, when you write, how do you write? Do you write with two fingers, or do you write with your thumb on top of the pen and you try and do this?
Yeah, well, that ain't happening.
Right. Obviously, it's not happening, but like I thought about it, and it just always kind of stuck with me. You do have more precision with those two fingers, so that's why I forced myself to do that with liftoff. And you know what? It just takes a little while, and then all of a sudden it starts to feel like
Get out of your
natural. You don't even feel it. It just feels normal.
90% of us use sticks because what? We grew up
Because
on
we used to
Atari,
play
this,
video
that,
games.
Xbox, PlayStation.
Yeah.
We're built on that thumb control of all the things. Whether from the Nintendo up, it was all thumb control.
Yeah, for
Atari
sure.
was the only thing that was a stick.
Right.
After that, it was all thumb control. So that's what we grew up on. That's where our muscle memory's at. So it's what's most comfortable for us. So we have to put ourselves out of our comfort zone in order to achieve excellence, basically, is what it becomes.
That is 100% accurate.
Yeah, Mars, you get the adrenaline gets going, man. And that's why I need a few beers and me calm my ass down.
I can't drink coffee and fly. I don't even try anymore. I
Yeah,
can't do it.
that's the thing. That's the first thing I have in the morning.
Rowan can't smoke and fly.
I can smoke it. I prefer to smoke before I fly, but like coffee, forget it.
Smoking.
I went to the park the other day with a bag full of batteries, and I got to the park and I flew the first one, and I was just like this all over the place. I couldn't do it. And I took a break after the first pack and I just kind of relaxed for a minute and brought my heart rate down and plugged in the second one. And then I was like this. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going home. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Adam always fly. And Adam, I don't know, he's more susceptible now. He's smoking a little bit more, but he can't smoke and fly like he
No, you got you hammered, Mike.
I love smoking
Me,
and flying.
I get too amped up if I don't smoke.
You put on music. I always fly with music.
I try to have some music going. If there's two people there and we're doing a lot of chatting, usually the music ends up in the background.
Yeah, right.
A lot of times I'll try to at least have some kind of music going just so that I've got that rhythm kind of thing.
Exactly. Yep.
It makes it easier for edits later because you've got beat. You know, you're flying to the beats of the minute.
Yep.
Rather than just flying.
And your thumbs aren't shaking because you're cool. You're just grooving.
It's not like you're like trying to fly to the beats of the music. You just know the music and you're hearing it and you're like, okay, and this is flowing with it. And the next thing you know, you go to piece some video together. It's easy to throw anything to.
Yep.
But I don't spend a lot of time searching for music when I fly either, as far as like putting up an edit.
Me either.
Usually I kind of like have a song in mind before I go out flying for the weekend or something like that, whether it's a mellow or fast pace or this or that. I kind of have an idea of the song that has been going through my head, and I'm like, oh man, I want to fly to that, you know, and that's the song for the week or whatever.
Yeah, I do that too
That's
sometimes.
where I'll be like, okay, so I've got that kind of song in mind. I go out and fly, and I'll have some music playing or whatever, but that song's always kind of like, you know, lingering there a little bit. So you get some of the moves to it and stuff. But I try to pick out a song before I go fly so that I've got it. It kind of helps with, you know, your flow or whatever. Are you going to do a slow song? Are you looking for a video that's going to be like a mellow tune? You know, something you want to do or whatever?
Yeah, I agree for sure.
That's a little too much planning for me. I like to be a little more spontaneous myself.
I'm sure. Ed's like, oh shit, man, that's the second beer. I'm freaking bored, man. Let's go fly a pack.
Well, the other thing too is I'll have to say this because I'll watch some videos or follow up on some comments, and I always try and watch a video of someone who has commented on mine, and I'll see shit that they do, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to try that. And then as soon as I plug in the battery and hit the arm switch, I forget all about that shit.
I do that a lot.
You know?
I was trying to concentrate. One of the things this week when I went out flying Sunday, I was trying not. I noticed myself doing right turns and left turns, that kind of thing. So I was trying to make sure that I was mixing it up. And I looked at the video. I'm like, I didn't mix it up that well. I'm like, all right, that didn't work out so well.
So were you mainly going left, Mike?
Yeah. And the other thing I was trying to do is trying to do some like backwards flying. There's like these two ballparks that we got, and there's maybe 5-6 feet in between the two ball diamonds, and there's like juniper trees right down, tall juniper trees, you know, straight up.
Yeah.
Running down the back fence line of each, so there's a gap in between. But it's like probably about 25, 30 feet. I don't know, something like that. So I was trying to kind of hit that and do some like spins towards the end and do a little backwards kind of fade off kind of thing to try to work on some of that backwards flying and stuff. But you'll see it in the 6-inch. I was having fun with that 6-inch today.
It's smooth, probably, isn't it?
Oh, dude, them 1800 kVs, I couldn't believe how easy to handle. But I had 2300 kVs on the 6-inch before, regular, you know, just some beater motors and the biprops, and they're like washy and vibrations and this and that. I put them 1800 kVs on that new flight controller, new ESC, this and that. man, the video's clean and clear. Everything, it's rebuilt, so that's all. All right, new wiring, whatever.
I think it comes down to that low KV, man. Because I'll tell you what, every time, like I've only been flying the 5 inchers,
That
but
roar too.
every
Ooh,
time I fly
ooh,
with those high
ooh.
KV motors, dude, like all my GoPro footy gets jello, all of it. And
I've
then the
been
minute
getting
I switch to 6S, it's
my
all butter,
alien
dude.
getting some jello in it, which the alien I did switch out one motor, but I think I got another one that's kind of off. So that could be some of the jello. They've been running for like a year or something like that on them same motors. So I swapped out one. I need to order another one, swap out the other one that I think is bad. That might clean it up a little bit, but I'm getting some jello on that. And then um, my ghost mode too, for some reason. I mean, it's like brand new frame. Uh, it's bot grinder motors on there. It might have bad motors on there too then. But I'm getting some jello in that all of a sudden too. And they're the aliens kiss and the ghost is beta flight, so it's not like firmware. So it's
If
gotta
you
be like
spin
the
the
motor
motors, can you
stuff.
hear it?
Yeah, they're I don't know. The bot grinder V1 motors weren't always perfect. It didn't seem like all the motors seemed to be smooth all the way through the same
Right,
when I
right.
first got them, but they run good. So I've always kept them on. But I haven't swapped a single motor on that one yet. So
Hey,
I think
Blizzard,
I got a
what's
motor
up,
that
buddy?
needs to be swapped pretty much on that. But it's new frame and this and that. I was like, oh, maybe that'll all clean it up and stuff because I was getting a little jello and still getting some jello when I went out this weekend looking at the DVR video. So, or not the DVR, but the fucking GoPro video.
I had
Look,
a little
what's going
jello
on,
after
man?
I had some jello after a crash, dude, but like my props were bent and broken.
They
So
probably were.
yeah, yeah. As soon as I put new
Can't
props on,
imagine
it was
how that
all
happened.
good.
Maybe smashing off the ground.
Yeah.
He's
That wasn't the only thing broken
like
this week.
one
I was
frame.
trying to come in and do a wall ride along
Yeah,
that building, and it just I fucked
you
up.
had some good rides on it though, man.
Huh?
You had some good rides on it though. I've been. We don't have a lot of spots down here that me and Plummet can fly that I can do that kind of shit with buildings and whatnot. Everything's like either public, so everybody's there or this or that. And I'm gonna have to do like some later night. Now that it's getting dark early, it'll probably start happening more, some late night flying and whatnot, where parking lots are closing down. My wife
Right.
actually works up at Kohl's, which the only nighttime flying video that I have on my channel is in that parking lot.
Dude, those lights can be hard to see, man. Those light poles are hard to see.
Yeah, yeah, but they're fun. If you get up there and you can zoom in and dive down on the light itself, you don't have to worry so much. But
Well,
zooming around the parking lot's a little tough, especially
Yeah.
with the glares of the lights.
here's a clue. Okay. Usually the light poles are directly under the light. Okay. Just
Ed, let me see your night flying video.
I know. I'm just
I've
making.
only put up one, but let me compare it with mine and see what you're talking about, bro. It's a whole different experience in the goggles, man. When you're coming on them and you're zooming around a parking lot at nighttime, those light poles get so much glare off the lights, you don't see the middle of them. You just see this big old glare, and you're trying to like visualize and get close on some of them, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Well, when you come down to that, Mike, I would think a lot of that has to do with the FPV cam you have.
Well, that is too. That is too. If you're specifically designing a quad and building a quad with nighttime flying and design, you're going to get like the owl or something like that that's designed for nighttime flying. That's very good low light latency. But we don't do that generally yet. We fly daytime. And when somebody comes up here and says, "Hey man, let's go night fly," You're like, I got these quads. Let's go.
Yeah,
Right?
right. Yeah.
Me and Withrow,
I'm gonna go. Hell yeah.
we went and spent. I got to spend probably like, I don't know, probably 3-4 hours just me and
Me either.
Withrow, uh, hanging out and going out night flying and tooling around or whatever, doing some shit, you know. So it was cool. It was my first time actually flying in a parking lot or anything at night where it was just strict. I mean, we're talking the lights went out at like the parking lot lights came on probably at 7 o'clock, and we were talking like 9 o'clock. We were out flying. So it was way past dark and everything. It was pitch black in the sky. And if it wasn't for the parking lot lights, we wouldn't have seen shit. But we had a good time. We probably flew 4 or 5 packs, 6 packs, something like that, through the different spots. We hit like 3 different spots that night, trying to
So
drive
was
around town, find what we could find.
so was it hard to see where the ground was?
Oh, the black, man, because your parking lots are like asphalt black.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
You're
See,
coming down off a dive and you think it's a shadow or something. It's really parking lot. So yeah, dude, I think the night that me and Josh Withrow went out, we started that day. It was a noob tube kind of meetup thing. Josh was up here, Adam was around, I was around. We tried to gather as many people. Adam brought his buddy uh, from down and whatever, and we had I think we had like all total, we ended up with like 9 people show up or something like that at the main.
Nice.
So it wasn't bad. I mean, you know, for an out of
right.
town visit from Josh, we were like, hey, Noob Tube's in town, man. Who can make it? And we pulled in like 9 people around all total or something like that. And we went ripping a few parks. And then me and Adam and Josh went down and hit a couple more parks. And then we come back to town and Josh is like, well, I'm up before I leave or whatever. So like the next night, me and Josh went out. I hit up with him because he was in a hotel here in my town instead of 20 minutes away like Adams. And we ended up, I went over and met him at the hotel. We went out flying on a night flight where we just drove around town for like 3-4 hours or something like that, trying to find any spot we could hit that was lit up that we could fly a quad in that wasn't occupied, basically, you know. And we ended up, like I said, we hit like 3 parking lots. And out of the whole day that we spent, I went out with like 5 quads, and I came home with like 1.5 or 2 that were working or some shit like that. I beat the shit out of my quads that weekend.
First of all, I want to know how 1.5 works. Okay.
Well, it was like working, but the video was kind of sketchy, kind of thing.
Okay.
That's what it was. It was still working, but the motor noise was like real making sketchy video, and yeah, it wasn't working smooth, but it was still flying. I
Still,
stopped the night with it. Let me put it that way. I was like, I only got one left, man. I'm sending this bitch until it's dead.
Jeff, to answer that question, no, not at the moment. But I'll tell you what, I hit this one pretty hard on a brick wall, and I thought for sure this motor was going to be toast, and it's
Look at that.
fine.
well,
Smooth.
first of all, I'd like to say and to go that that's not the
Amazing.
first time I've seen you have a hanging arm on one of your birds.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I
You
did
break
both
them
of
up.
these the other day.
That's the same spot I broke the alien arm too. And when I broke the alien arm, it pulled because I have individual ESCs. It pulled the pad off the Mr. Steel PDB when it did it.
Damn.
So it cost me a motor, an arm, a Mr. Steel PDB, and then the flight controller was kind of jimmy rigged at one time, like the connector that the connect, you know, your regular from ESC to flight controller connectors. One
Mm-hmm.
of those come off loose, and I'd resoldered the pins on it, and it come re-loose again. And when it did, it pulled the pad too, rebuilding it. So I ended up having to replace the flight controller too. So my Mr.
Damn.
Steel Alien, like my last crash, got rebuilt like almost 100%. The only thing original on it's the cam, the VTX, and the motors. and I replaced one of the four motors. So yeah,
Dude, I hate when a pad gets ripped off, dude. That
dude,
sucks.
$50 PDB in one signal pad. It wasn't like a power pad, something. It was just a
Yeah,
signal
right.
pad, dude. And I kept it because who knows, it might be able to be resourced somewhere else to another pad somewhere or something. But with steel PDB, I doubt it. But I kept it around anyway. So far, I've killed two of those steel PDBs. One was because I accidentally plugged in wrong. V2. Yeah, that'll screw you quick.
Hey, Carlos, your statement is it depends upon the crash. There are many crashes where all you do is bend the prop or have to break a prop. You know, those are okay crashes.
I should have saved that video a couple days ago. I went out there, I rebuilt the drone, I put some new motors on it. I forgot I reversed the motors the last time it was set up. I'm going through configuration tab. I'm like, what the hell's that on for? So I clicked it off, kept on moving on and configured everything, I go out there to go hover test, and that thing goes, and it stays to the ground. I mean, it had perfect fucking motor. It stayed right to the ground. I'm like, well, that ain't right. So I reversed the motors and pulled it back up. Well, then it had a yaw spin. Oh, wait. So I brought it back in. Well, the motors weren't right either. So I checked everything. I think I got it working right now. We'll find out soon.
Nice, dude.
Uh, I like to
That's pretty funny.
mention that
You think you know things. You do shit. And you're like, oh, yeah, I got this. And you're
Yep.
like, oh, shit, I guess I don't.
Yep.
our brother from the excuse me, from Australia, Mars FPV drones will be meeting up with iSpike in about
Yeah.
3 days.
Quirky
So
Mars and Kaz are meeting up with.
yeah, so be
Yeah.
sure
Damn, that's cool.
because I'm sure they'll be on iSpike Live or whatever. And
Mars, how's that sponsorship thing working out for you, man? Things are going good. You're still keeping busy. Things are well. Everything's working out with you, man. Some good stuff there, man. Even some little bit of sponsorship goes a long, long way, people. I'll tell you what. Work your YouTube channel, because if you ain't got 1,000 subs, usually they don't pay much attention to you. So work it when you can. Even a little bit.
subscribers and watch time, by the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely watch time. But if you ain't got like 1,000 subscribers, most people that have like product to review or this or that, they won't even bother pissing with you a lot.
Dude, I had one the other day when
Yeah.
this lady wanted me to do the HTRC T240, that touchscreen charger, and she's like, do the review, you got to buy it and we'll pay you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice on this one and tell her no. And they'd be like, I don't do that anymore. If you want me to review your product, send it to me.
What's her name, Ellie?
No. So she's like, we need to review your channel and your Facebook and your social media. And I'm like, sure. I sent her all my links. And I thought for sure she's going to be like, are you like serious, you idiot? Like, you have 500 subscribers. Like, go away. And she didn't. She was like, all right, dude, it's cool. We're going to send you the charger. It's like an $80 charger. And since then, they've sent me like 2 more chargers to review. I got to do reviews on.
Yeah, I got like this Ellie chick from Facebook or whatever that over in China or whatever, and she's always got products. She's got chargers, and she's got like LED lights or this or that. She's got some like women's clothes, and she's got watches, and she's got fans, and I'm like, really? I don't want all that shit.
Yeah.
I've done a couple reviews for her and got some free stuff and whatnot, but then giving decent reviews or decent products. They're not like perfect products or whatever. You get 4 stars and here's what you get and a good review, and all right, cool.
I told her that too. I'm like, don't send me garbage though. Like, if you send me a big pile of crap, I'm gonna give it a shit review. Like, if it's garbage, just keep it. I don't want it.
Like these companies that, would you review my charger? Oh yeah, I'll review your charger. And it comes to you and it doesn't even have a power supply.
Right.
Really? How the frick am I supposed to review your charger if I can't even power it up to check it, much less see if it's going to work on a damn battery? So I hit her back. I'm like, well, this doesn't have a power supply. She's like, oh, we send you power supply. So I got the power supply for it.
Nice. Now there's the real score.
Yeah.
Trying it out, yeah.
$18 or something like that for the power supply. She's like, oh, I see. Okay. They sent me the power supply free of charge, you know. I gave them a 4-star, 5-star review, you know. It's a decent one. It's an IB6 V2 or something like that, clone knockoff or whatever, but it's a V2, so it does a little bit more than the basic IBA6 or whatever. But
that's one of the ones I just got to do
right now. That's what he's using to charge all his packs. It's helping the hobby.
Nice, Mars. I'm gonna check it out.
That's the second charger.
The P-Brain
portable charger that's on my channel, actually. It was like a dual type charger, and it had its power cord with it, and it was cheesy or cheap. It was only like $20-$30 or something like that.
Right.
I got that and reviewed it and gave a decent review for it and got the money for it. And now some other buddy that wanted to get into FPVs like, oh man, I don't have a charger. I'm like, here, borrow this for now. Dude, I ain't seen that in like 8 months. He still got it. I don't know.
I'm gonna give mine away. Yeah, I'm gonna do a giveaway and just give mine away. I don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah, I give it to people trying to get into the hobby locally or this or that is what I've done so far. But some of the stuff, like, you know, my wife got a sports fitness watch, you know, the stopwatches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She got one, and then they needed another review from something else. So my boy got one, and I'm like, well, I don't have one. So they've gotten some watches and steppers and water bottles, and they got some little cheesy Wi-Fi outlets, smart outlets. I got a couple of those for free here and there, you know.
Yeah, I did too.
Some
Yeah.
reviews are cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want some good reviews, you're gonna pay me. It's not gonna be like a paid review kind of thing. And here, I'll give you PayPal. You give me 5-star. It's gonna be like, here, give me the product without asking me to pay for it in the first place.
Right.
Give you a review, and I'll give you a good, honest review. You know, if the quality shit, expect it though. You better have your game up.
It's exactly right, dude. And you got to put your name on that.
On USA, we're all about quality here.
Well, you got to put your name on it. You don't want your name out there saying that this genuine piece of shit is amazing. Like,
right.
Exactly right.
That's like Holly Stone drones, man. I've got 4 Holly Stone drones sitting on my wall that I reviewed and gave decent reviews for or whatever. I never paid a dime for any of them, dude. I got a $300 GPS Holly Stone sitting on the wall. I didn't pay anything.
Nice.
You know? So it's helped in the benefit of some things, but it's a good quality, and I didn't like get into real big detail and do some like huge review like, oh man, this thing's gonna beat out your DJI or nothing like that. It was like, oh, it's good, it's got Wi-Fi, it's got this much range, and you know, expect what you expect. It's Wi-Fi. Yeah. A lot of range.
Yeah.
So, a 500-meter range on a Wi-Fi drone, hey, I'm in pretty good shape, really, man. I've had that thing up 400 feet, pretty close to. And
that's pretty good.
Wi-Fi connection with the video, so it's not bad for $300.
Right.
So, but it was free to me. They haven't contacted me in a while, though. I should probably contact them and say, hey, got any new drones? What?
Yeah, where's the new stuff at, right?
What
Christmas is right around the corner. Now's the time.
What do you need? I need FPV drones from them, dude.
I was thinking about doing that too, but some of them you really need to have, like you were saying, your channel's got to be pretty big. I was just reading.
There's their promo, Holly Stone.
Nice.
So,
There you go.
this is an FPV drone. This is 5.8. So I can use my Fat Shark goggles and fly this with their radio. But look at that camera position. FPV drone. It's fixed, dude.
Yeah.
It slides out. Like, where is it? There's probably a button on the bottom. Yeah, the camera slides out. Straight out. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, you got to the camera slides out. It's got its antenna connected to it and everything. That's what was holding me up. It was in a little clip, and it's got an SD card in the side so that it records. But that's your angle, dude. That's all you get.
0 degrees.
0 degrees. Wow.
Good for
It
seeing
does
the
like 30
ground.
miles an hour. It's brushed. It's not brushless motors. It's brushed motors like a Whoop. But it does
Right.
pretty good, you know, decent. I did a review on it. It was pretty cool.
I was gonna contact HobbyMate to see if they would let me do some reviews because HobbyMate's got some really cool shit. But one of their prerequisites was you got to have at least 3,000 subs.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I was like, damn, dude.
Like 1,000, 1,500. And these companies will start really looking at you. But if you ain't got that, they're not even wasting time because they do so many people that, you know, have review channels or this or that, you know.
HobbyMate's got like their prerequisites right on the page. Like, yo, before you even bother contacting us, do you have 3,000 subscribers? I was like, no. Yeah, they're like, thank you. Have a nice day. Your services are not required here. So
your services are rendered useless.
Precisely. Yep.
Cheers, Ed.
Cheers. I was going to ask Mars if that newbie drone he's quacking about does Acro.
Yes. They do have an Acro board. Newbie drone is sweet, dude. I like newbie drone. I almost got a newbie drone board for my toothpick, actually. But they're still working kind of with the brushed motor type stuff. But brushed
I was thinking the one Mars was talking about is brushless.
The newbie drone light is full acro, isn't it, Mars? The light board? That's full acro.
See, Mars, here's the deal. You haven't really flown acro yet, so I know you're talking about winning races, Whoop races, whatever, doing the stabilized mode. I'm just telling you, I'm sure the racing's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. And I would be hitting lots of gates. And when I say hitting them, I don't mean going through them. I mean hitting the edges or missing them altogether. But I get that. I get that aspect of it. But that's not what I am.
Mars, buddy, you need to hook me up, man. Get with your boys and tell them this is a beta FPV board. It needs a real board in it so I can do full acro without having to put the Mockingbird mix in, man. Hook me up, bro.
What did you call that?
This is the beta FPV board. Now, when you get into tiny whoops, they have a Mockingbird mix. And it's a tune to beta flight for whoops is the Mockingbird. But yeah, it's got some awesome sauce motors. It's got the nice tiny whoop cam and VTX, but it's got a beta FPV board in it. It needs an acro board, bro. I would so love to start acroing in the house.
Man, I can't even imagine trying acro in the house. I'm
Once
seeing
you
people do it.
dude, acro's not that hard because the loops turn so tight. I mean, your controls are like twice. Your PIDs are twice what your 5-inch PIDs are, so your turns are like that much quicker. And you can really flip a whoop around if you get a good tune on an acro whoop. Yeah,
Project Zero.
Project Zero Alien whoop. There you go. You can send that to me too. That's fine. I can deal with that, Indigo.
It's Spectrum.
Yeah, that's the only disadvantage. I actually had the Tiny Whoop board that I actually got. That was a full Tiny Whoop kit, and it's Spectrum. So I ended up taking the board out, putting the Beta FPV long range board in it, and the Tiny Whoop board, the Spectrum one, I actually gave to who was a Leprechaun down in Texas from the Noob crew. Him and his woman were building some whoops up and whatnot. So I sent down the board to them for free, part of his birthday, and
Nice.
meeting up with the Noob crew and Noobapalooza and all that kind of thing. It was part of the celebration. I was like, oh man, I got some boards. I'll bring it down to you. So
You know, Jeff, actually, I like black shirts, but they don't work too well in Florida because dark shirts are hot in
isn't
Florida.
that right, Jeff? I mean, this will be so nice.
I got my drone TV shirt in silver or steel, I think it calls.
Unfortunately, the cold weather's coming up on Michigan, so them black shirts are going to be nice out there.
No, you're right about that.
I've been
Yeah,
wearing the
yeah.
shit out of them all. Yeah, I like the white though. It's going to get dirty, I'm afraid, but
Same.
Well, the thing is, that's what bleach is for, brother.
yeah,
And the thing is, here in Florida, it's hot more often than it's cold.
we got bad water here in the trailer park, so even my painter whites are yellow.
Dude,
You know what I'm saying?
this one just is at the top of the hierarchy, so I just can't burn this one up all the time.
It's at 3.7
Like,
volts.
burn up that propsicle one, dude. No one cares about that
Hey,
one.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
game.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't get that shirt. I'm glad.
Oh man, you're lucky. Yeah, that's the one I want to get beer and blood and
Yeah, but
barbecue
they
sauce
screwed up my
on.
order. They screwed up my order that
Oh
much.
yeah.
So they actually sent me. I think the replacement was the quad box shirt that they fixed it with that I got.
The gray one.
The
Yeah.
black and gray, or the gray shirt with the black writing.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the one that they actually fixed my order with. But that was my first order, and they screwed it up. But I ended up getting, dude, I got like half a quad. I got a full basic quad box. I got a set of tools. I got the tool case. I've got 2 invader patches. I got like 6 sets of props off the first 2 boxes, 1 T-shirt, 4 sets of stickers. I ordered the Icky sticker packs,
Mm-hmm.
like 2 sets of those extra. And when they reimbursed my quad box, they sent me another one. So I got 4 sets of the Icky stickers. I got 2 sets of needle nose pliers, you know.
Nice.
They ended up making up for it, you know.
That's
I
pretty
got
cool.
2 of those Phoenix cams. So
Those are, dude, that's my new favorite camera.
yeah,
I love that
camera,
camera.
dude. I put it on the Diatone JC, and that thing is so beautiful, dude. It's clean.
Right? Yep.
For daytime anyway.
For daytime on a nice day, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunny days, it's got
Right.
no problem with handling the light blares and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the color's just gorgeous. Like, it just looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that Phoenix. Like I said, I ended up getting 2 of them. I got one sitting up in the cupboard still.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I liked it a lot. So far, dude, I think Quad Box has been great. I
Yeah.
really do.
Other than my first delivery was delayed, and
Right.
I ordered like on I think their payment goes out on the 5th. I think I ordered it like the 4th or something like that. I put my payment in, and like the first month got screwed up or something like that. I contacted them. They're like, "Oh yeah, orders coming out. We're moving warehouses, this or that or whatever that month." So
Right.
as soon as they got stuff moved around or whatever, I got another box. I'm like, "Oh, that's great. My quad box come in. They replaced it. They fixed it." I open it up. I'm like, "There's no damn T-shirt in here." That's the whole reason I ordered the quad box.
Like it is at
Oh,
least 80%. Yeah.
so I complained about the T-shirt. They're like, "Oh, we'll fix it. We'll fix it." So by the time it all said and done, I got all of my shipments so far, and at least an extra basic quad box, not the bonus boost, which is fine. So I've got 3 months paid, 4 months paid now. I got 4 T-shirts, 5 quad boxes, extra tools, this and that. Yeah, they made up for it. They made up for it, definitely.
I think this month was a good sign because they were early compared to previous
Well,
months.
changing over, that was part of their thing with changing the new warehouses, that they were going to be shipping out of store type thing versus before they were over in Florida or wherever, and somebody over in California was shipping all their products. So they were having lots of delays and this and that and issues with that. So part of the moving the warehouse over there to RDQ and this and that, they're going to be more able to provide the quad box and to come out. I was like, I seen it the other day come up as like
Yes.
quad box shipment. I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. Another week, that's cool. I'm like, holy shit, I got the notification today. I'm like, quad box is out for shipment. I'm like, what? All right.
Right, dude. Yeah.
Really, dude.
My chick texts me and she's like, "Hey, did you check the mail yet?" And I'm like, "No, what's up?" She's like, "Your quad box says it was delivered." Now it's like, "What? No way."
Yeah, I was like, oh man. Somebody bitched at me because I already posted over there in FPV Noob Tube. I posted the boss cam and the picture of the shirt. And I'm like, dude, that's your basics. That's not the bonuses or anything else. That wasn't the extra throw in stuff. So if you're going to get pissed off about me throwing up the shirt and the fucking boss cam, you better get off your high horse, dude. Everybody has
So
that shit.
that was in Rotor Riot, wasn't it?
Is that what it is?
Wasn't that a Rotor Riot post?
I'm not sure who it was.
I think you posted that in Rotor Riot because I thought I saw it, but
I
here,
posted NoobTube.
oh, was it NoobTube? Okay. So I went, I liked the Quad Box Facebook group today and they accepted my
I
request
put
or
you in.
whatever.
I put you in. I was like, what? I was looking through my Facebook. I'm like, Indigo wasn't quad box. I'm like, he's in now, man. He's put up like 4 fucking videos of their videos.
Right.
I'm like, how do you not get accepted to their page already?
Yeah, so I posted that video in there and but what my point was, what I noticed was like, dude, there was people that got those quad boxes like 3 days ago.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at.
Absolutely. So my point was like, I think as
When
far
I
as
get
the FPV community being hush hush about it and not ruining it, I
yeah.
thought it was pretty good. 3 days, dude, is a long freaking time.
Dude, when I'm posting, I'm posting. I don't care. I'll start posting pictures as soon as I get that stuff. I don't care. If it came in the mail, hey, I don't care if I'm East Coast and you're West Coast and you didn't get up in time or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I'm West Coast and you're East Coast and your mail didn't come yet. I don't care what it is. That's quad box, man. That's a shipment. You're half your.
I've been waiting for
If you
months
got
to
quad
get
box,
this damn thing.
you're posting videos like you are and whatnot, dude. You know how much agenda comes to your channel from the quad box post? People are waiting. You know what I mean? And you post it 3 days from now, and everybody else has got it, and they're like, oh, I ain't even going to look at your video. They're just going to click past that shit.
Yeah.
So
Don't
you're
be
better to post that stuff up. I haven't actually posted quad box videos like the unboxings and stuff, and I've done almost every one. Like I do it on my cell phone at the table type thing, and I haven't posted them because they're like, not glamoury and classy like yours and shit, but
What do you even
I
do?
take clips and I do pictures, and I try to like the FPV noob tube and like uh, the drone network. There's a private chat going with MD and all them and whatnot. I try to post in there, and like FPV noob tube, I posted up a couple pics or whatever. I try to do that kind of thing with it at least, to get that
Absolutely.
bring my name up there a little bit, but just another damn quad box opening. Other than that, really, I ain't got all the glamour and lights and fancy cameras to be able to do anything with as far as how I'm setting it up so far. So until I do, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Uh,
I
uh,
don't know.
suck anyway.
There's a couple channels that I
I'll
noticed.
post this one just for you, Ed. You know how I am about videos posting just because you're bitching, Ed. This one will be up by the weekend, okay?
No, I want to see you flying. I don't give a shit about what you take out of a box.
That's coming too, man. The 6 inch, because I did when I went out flying at the park this weekend with the 6 inch. I wanted to test it out. I hadn't done a maiden flight on it. I'd done a little hover out there, with no FPV or anything, and it sounded like really massive. So I really wanted to test it out. So I took it out and I flew it, and I put a couple batteries through, and I've got 2 battery packs that I'm planning on posting together as a video. The first one is the actual first official maiden, and I didn't have voltage in my OSD. So
Damn
I
it, Jim.
was scared to push it too far with the first pack. I kind of played around to test it out. I'm like, I don't want to test out the long range yet. And then my buddy Howie showed up. He's like, how'd that 6 inch run? I was like, let me send a pack, dude. So on the second pack where I was, I did like kind of like I did with the 5 inch alien over to that water tower at that other plot. It I was at one end of the park and there's a water tower way at the other end of the park. So I set it up. In the first video, you'll see me flying around a little bit, and then the second video I'm going to add in after I finish that. I'm going to send it over to the water tower and check for video and see how clear it is and whatnot, and then dive the water tower a couple of one quick time, real quick, and come back and then play around a little bit more. But now I've got the voltage on the OSD, so I don't have to worry about it. So the next pack you'll see out of it will be good. But
Bill,
yeah, it was smooth, dude. I couldn't believe how clean the video on that. I almost want to say that's better than the video that I had on my Alien when I built it.
how far away do you think you went? Well, you think you're
Probably
maximum?
about half mile, 3/4 of a mile.
That's pretty. That's out there.
It's
Nice.
not full long range or anything. It's mid range, but the clarity of the video for the range that I did and dropping down into the trees when I came back and everything else, it shows you it's a confidence builder for long range flyers or people looking to do long range and being able to build or whatever what you can do. And it's the Transtech board, the Dyno ESC, what cam do I even have on this? I want to say this is the Runcam Mini from like 3 years ago. Is the cam that's on this? Oh, my cam's over here. So it's the Runcam Mini.
Backwards.
The Runcam Mini that's on it, you can't really see it in there because all that
No, I can see it.
on it, but with the bug eater. But and then the 1800 kV Zing motors, 2208s, not the 2207s. I went with the bigger. I went with 2208, and it's biplot blade props. And that's all I've run on it so far. But
I think
man,
Jeff likes the zing.
she's got a whirl to like woo, 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 way deep whirl with them bi-blade bullnose type props. But she's smooth, man. She went over there, didn't have any video problems or anything, so I'm loving it.
Nice.
That's right, Mars. We'll keep you up to date, man.
Well,
If you're ever worried about what you're getting in your quad box, just check with me or Indigo, and we'll let you know before you get it because your shipping is going to take forever, bro.
hey, Mars,
You
Mars,
get like a month later just because of your shipping, dude.
Mars, you were making snide little comment to Carlos about acro and stuff like that. Now, I'm thinking one of your videos, I could have sworn you did a couple rolls. I thought you did a roll in one spot and then a roll somewhere else, and it was in the same video. So I'm just asking about all that because you were alluding to the fact that you had gone into acro here and there. So I want to know about it. I could have sworn you did a roll or two in that. I think it was when you were at the go-kart place.
I'm only flying those things now too, man. Those motors are dope. I got the E's, and like they're the cheap ones. And the only thing I noticed is like the bell housing is flat on the sides. Those more expensive ones are rounded, and I think that'll help with deflecting hits, as Chuck at FPV so illustrated with his. That's the only thing I noticed, but I can say that crash I had into the wall broke the arm of a Source One, and that motor is just fine. So so far I really like those Zing motors.
Look at Loki. Loki stretching out.
Who's probably like, dude, shut up.
I'm trying to sleep here, damn it.
Yep, exactly.
All right, fellas. Well, it's past my bedtime and I need to go. And I appreciate all you wonderful people for coming in here. And I mean, it's almost midnight. Time flies when you're having fun and among good friends. So I appreciate everybody that came in. Hell, we got 10 people here. Well, I guess I'm two of them, so 8 then. But that was Evo. Layers, everybody. Hey, Mike, enjoy your attitude adjustment. I'm due for one myself, and Ryan
Yep.
probably is too.
Yep.
Y'all have a great night. After a while, crocodiles.
Yep. Stay out of trouble, guys.
Yeah, well, I can't say that's going to